Hello everyone. So, basically, I don't know how to start this video. The top three, like, CubeCraft consecrators, RelatedNoobs, xclutchingg, and privqted, they all got network banned on CubeCraft at, like, the same day. And allegedly, you know, they were doxing or leaking or breaking player safety guidelines. And they all say, yeah, we have literally no clue why the heck this happened. So, yeah, that's a problem because, you know, unlike, you know, other bans that you can, like, appeal and stuff, these types of bans, you know, network bans and, you know, bans of this scale, you can't appeal. Like, there is no appeal process, okay? Yeah, xclutching's already said he's quitting, like, YouTube entirely. RelatedNoobs says, you know, I don't know what I'm doing. I guess I'll do something else. He's made a video on it. I encourage you to check it out. Everything will be linked in the description. If it's not, feel free to yell at me. But yeah, this is a very big deal because, you know, content creators such as myself that, you know, make CubeCraft content, yeah, you know, I don't particularly know if I want to, you know, continue making content on the server. They could just, any warning, oops, your network banned, no appealing, no more content for you. Yeah, it doesn't seem like a very good business model for me as a YouTuber, does it? Now, that being said, I do want to at least urge people to not, you know, be Twitter, or I guess X now, like, we can chill out for, you know, I think, like, a week or two to, you know, I mean, for all we know, CubeCraft got hacked, okay? Like, I honestly don't know what other reason they would have to justify something of this scale, but, you know, I at least want to give them the benefit of the doubt and say, okay, maybe they got hacked, or maybe there was, like, some, you know, false accusations or something, okay? Like, let's give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'm gonna wait, like, I think, like, 2 weeks, I think is reasonable. Thank you, Java Update. Ruining my intro. Anyway, I guess this is a whole video, but the point is that, yeah, I want to wait, like, a few weeks before taking any drastic measures, but, you know, CubeCraft, you cannot sweep this under the rug, okay? This is massive. You just, like, banned permanently without appealing, like, the biggest content creators you have, okay? That's not going to go too well down in the, you know, content creator community, okay? So, you know, but the problem is that, you know, how are we supposed to, like, address this? Because, you know, on one hand, we want to keep CubeCraft the benefit of the doubt so we don't just turn into, like, you know, like, cancel them and then, oh, well, it was actually a mistake, we got hacked, and, you know, oopsie, and then everyone's already gone. That we don't want to happen. But at the same time, you know, we can't just sit around and be like, okay, well, they're fine, it's still fine, and then, you know, 7 years later, they still haven't said anything, and they're still banned, and, yeah, there need to be consequences for actions that are unjust. So my plan is that I'm gonna wait 2 weeks, because originally I didn't want to, like, cover this at all. I don't want to be a drama YouTuber, guys. That's very much not something I like doing. But I realized that, you know, as, you know, a CubeCraft YouTuber, this is very much affecting my channel, and, you know, it definitely affects the way I have to and want to grow my channel. I don't want to support or even risk playing on a server that does stuff like this. Again, assuming they, you know, get hacked and whatnot. So I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. At the same time, I have to, you know, take matters in my own hands if they don't respond well, which I don't think they will, but, you know, I don't know. I mean, there's literally no information beyond what I've told you. I mean, I can link to everything down in the comments. I don't have any insider info. There's nothing. I don't know RelatedNoobs or most of the other people that got banned, at least not personally enough to, you know, make a judgment call. I will say that, you know, RelatedNoobs, he did make a video and statements fairly quickly after the fact, so, you know, good job on that. I thought the video was pretty well done, and it basically was, you know, if I make a judgment call, it sounded like, you know, an innocent person that was like, why was I banned? Like, just why? But, you know, obviously I don't know him enough to make a judgment call, but I think, like, again, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, and I'm giving CubeCraft the benefit of the doubt, okay? I don't want to turn into Twitter, okay? Please, guys, let's chill out for, you know, a week or two to, you know, I think I'm gonna wait, like, 2 weeks before, you know, taking any measures, just because, you know, who knows what happened, and then, you know, eventually, slowly start, you know, not playing on CubeCraft if they still keep not issuing statements, which, I mean, hopefully by that point they'll issue something that's not just, like, PR related. Obviously, if they don't, then, you know, I'm not going to really be playing on that server much, because that's not something I really want to have happen to me also. Not to mention it's just really scummy if they just ban you with no explanation, no way to defend yourself, and no way to even appeal. Yeah, that's not good. So yeah, that's sort of my plan going forward. 2 weeks is probably, my cutoff for, okay, I'm gonna start, slowly, not playing on it as much. And then probably about a month, I'll start, taking slightly more drastic measures. Because the thing you have to keep in mind, and you might be wondering, okay, why are you giving a week? Why are you giving a month? Noobs, xclutchingg, probably too, although I haven't seen him. They all responded really quickly. Why are you giving CubeCraft a week to respond? And the thing is that you have to understand how companies work. They're not like humans that, oh, I know what happened for me, I know what did. No, they have to go through like whole processes for stuff, which you might say, oh, that's inefficient and whatnot, but it's actually really important. Okay, like imagine if this was actually a doxing. You have to make sure that the docs, whenever someone is, that they can't appeal, but I don't know whatever process they would go in, you have to make sure that that's actually legit, and you have to do all that back end stuff to figure out what actually is going on, and then you have to communicate that with the admins or whatever, and then they have to get, I guess it wouldn't be the admins, it'd be like the bosses or whatever, and then they would have to communicate with the PR team. Okay, you can talk about this, and this, but not this. Okay, that's sort of how it goes. Now, of course, ideally they should have done this all beforehand, so I don't know what to do there, but there needs to be some explanation. Like, I do think we deserve that as a community, because otherwise, again, this is not something I could just trust and be like, yeah, CubeCraft's doing a great job just banning like 3 people randomly for allegedly doing something. I totally trust you, CubeCraft, because companies don't exactly have the best track record. But again, I'm gonna remain optimistic. I'm gonna remain. I don't want to go on the cancel like Twitter train that so often happens, where, oh, you messed up once, burn the house down, commit arson, etc. Oops, it was a mistake. Well, sorry, too late now. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's wait. Like, I'm gonna wait probably 2 weeks before doing anything, and then after those 2 weeks, I'll gradually stop playing CubeCraft as much. And then if it's a month and I still haven't said literally anything. That's the point where I'm like, okay, enough is enough. You've had your time to go through all the administrative process you need. You don't need more than a month. At least to make a statement. Like if they like even a statement such as, okay, we acknowledge this is big, we're looking into it. Like even something just like they don't even have to give like an actual statement. Just something that says, okay, we acknowledge this is potentially an issue. We're looking into it and we'll issue a response later. Even that would be enough. But if they just like stonewall and don't say anything, then I'm gonna have to not keep making content on the server, because that's just not something that's gonna be good for long term on my channel. So yeah, I would urge everyone to not turn into Twitter, to take things slowly. xclutchingg and RelatedNoobs, I hope you can also like not just quit. Okay, as well as this, like, do stuff in the meantime, obviously, because you can't really have a choice, but just be like, oh, CubeCraft sucks, blah blah blah. Like, I understand it's a bad situation, but I'm assuming you're innocent. If you're guilty, then obviously not. But I think you guys are pretty good people. I think I don't know. Okay, but the point is, let's take things slow. Let's wait for CubeCraft, admins, and it's a company. It's going to take longer to respond. That's just how companies are. And, let's wait it out. Let's see what happens. And if nothing happens, then we can start, slowly, eating into the money until they eventually figure out, hey, we actually need to address this. It's not okay to just ban people randomly without explanation. Yeah. Anyway, that's the video, I guess. I think I covered the issue as well as what my channel is going to do moving forward. So, yeah. Bye. It doesn't feel right to plug my channel and say, hey guys, like and subscribe for more controversy. No, just bye. Yeah, bye. Oops, I misclicked.